Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to start with the basic concepts of chapter 4. As I can see, only 14 of you all have joined the class. Those who are joining late, they can see the video later on the YouTube channel. Now, in this chapter, we are going to learn many important things like prime number, even number, composite numbers, co-prime numbers, twin prime numbers. So it's very important that we study each kind of these numbers one by one. But before that, we should know what is the meaning of factors and multiples. Factors and multiples. What is a factor? A factor of a number is is that which can divide that given number. So we suppose we have a number which can divide, actually a number which can divide completely without a remainder. Okay, without remainder. Suppose you are given 35. Okay, so now if you divide 35 by 3, what do you get? What is the answer? Will you get a remainder 0? No, you will not get a remainder 0. You will get a remainder of 2 because 3 11s are 33 and your remainder will be 2. But if you divide 35 by 5, the quotient will be 7 and your remainder will be 0. So all those numbers which when divides give you a remainder 0 is a factor. So we say that 5 is a factor of 35. Okay, but is multiple, so now these factors are always lesser than this number. Okay, factors of n are always less than n. Okay, multiples are the opposite. Multiples of n, lesser than or equal to, because n is also a factor of n. Answer is 1, remainder is 0. Multiples of n is always greater than equal to n. How? Multiple means how many times. So suppose you are given 5. So 5 into 1 is equals to 5. So this is the first multiple of 5. Then 5 into 2 is 10. 10 is the second multiple of 5. Then 5 into 3 is 15. So this is the third multiple of 5. Multiples means you multiply and you get a greater number. Now this is 3 times 5, 2 times 5, 1 times 5. So this is the concept of factors and multiples. Now let's come to odd numbers and even numbers. Although this is not new to you, but still I will revise. Odd numbers and even numbers. What are odd numbers? Odd numbers are which are divisible by 2, which are not divisible by 2. Are called odd numbers, and all numbers which are divisible by 2 or multiples of 2, which are multiples of 2, or you can write divisible by 2, are the even numbers. Now how will you understand just by looking at the number that whether it is an odd number or even number? Suppose you are given 79256 and 79257. Now you will see the last digit, okay, the unit digit, the digit in the unit space. Now if this is a multiple of 2, We know we all know by heart. Two answer to the multiples of 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So 10 means actually we are going to see 0. So if the number ends with any one of these digits, either 2 or 4 or 6 or 8 or 0, then we say that it is a multiple of 2, so it becomes even. But if the last digit of a number does not end with one of these digits or an even number, one of these digits or an even number, then we say it is an odd number. Okay. In your textbook, page 63, there is a set of points. The first 9 points that are there, they are very important points. Okay. I'll just read through them. 1 is a factor of every number. This is very important. The only factor of 1 is 1 itself. Every number other than 1 has at least 2 factors, namely 1 and itself. So every number has at least 2 factors. What does this mean? Suppose 7. 7. Now 7 is an odd number. Okay. And does it have any factor between 1 and 7? No. It is divisible by 1. It is not divisible by 2, neither by 3, 4, 5, 6, none of them. Again, it is divisible by 7, isn't it? Because if you divide 7 divided by 1, you will get 7 sevens are 1 sevens are 7. So this is the quotient, remainder 0. So 1 is a factor of 7. And if you divide 7 by 7, you get 7 ones are 7. And the remainder is 0, and this is the quotient. So these are the only 2 factors of 7. But if you have 8, if you are given that the number is equals to 8, here the number is equals to 7. So what are the factors it will have? It is divisible by 1, we know. 2 fours are 8, so it is divisible by 2 also. 4 twos are 8. 3 is not a factor of 8, isn't it? Because if you divide 8 by 3, you get 3 twos are 6, and the remainder is 2. So the remainder is not 0. So 3 is not a factor of 8. Again, 4 is a factor. 4 twos are and 8 itself. So a number can have many factors, but it will have minimum 2 of them. What are they? 1 and the number itself. Every factor of a number is less than or equal to that number. We have already spoken about it. Every number has a finite number of factors. Finite means not endless. A certain number is there. See, this one has 4. Now, the bigger the number, more is the number of factors. Every number is a multiple of itself. Definitely, if n is equals to 8, 8 ones are 8. So, this is the first multiple. So, this is the number, and this multiple is the number itself. So, we say that every number is a multiple of itself. Every number has an infinite number of multiples. This is important. Why? Because I can go on multiplying the number with infinite integers. 2 8 2s are 16, 8 3s are. So in this way I can go on. There is no end to it. So infinite number of multiples. A number will have infinite number of multiples. And multiple is always greater than the number itself. So some important points we learned is that number 1, factors are always less than equal to the number, and there are finite number of factors. Okay, that is also, and these factors lie between 1 and the number itself. Okay, so if you find out the factors of 24, then all factors will lie between 1 and 24. It cannot be less than 1, It can be it cannot be less than 1, and neither it can be more than 24. So it lies between 1 and the number itself. Number 2, multiples are always greater than equal to the number, and there are infinite number of multiples. Okay. Then comes prime numbers. I hope it is clear till this point. If you have any doubt, you can tell me over WhatsApp chat, or you can tell me over the live chat. Okay, I think nobody has a doubt. So I'll move forward with prime numbers. Now, those numbers which have only two multiples are known as prime numbers. Okay, which two multiples? 1 and the number itself. A natural number which is greater than 1, a natural number that is more than 0, greater than 1, is a prime number if its factors are 1 and the number itself. Is a prime number if it has only two factors. Remember, we learned that a number will have at least two factors. It can have more than that, but at least will have two. What are they? 1 and the number itself. Number itself. They are prime numbers. Like we learnt about sevens. What are the factors of 7 we learned? 1 and 7 only. It does not have any factors in between 1 and 7. But 8 we learnt it has 1, 2, 4 and 8. Let's see 9. 9 will have 1, 3 and 9. 11 will have no factors, only 1 and 11 itself. So this is a prime number because it has only two of them, which are the 1 and the 7 itself. This is not prime. This is also not prime. More than two factors then means not prime. This is prime because it has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. And those numbers which are not prime are known as composite numbers. What are they called? Composite numbers. Okay. This is also prime. Okay. Now, there is always a confusion as to 1 is a prime number or not. So 1 is neither prime nor composite. So it does not belong to any one of the categories. Very, very important. 1 is one is neither prime nor composite. Okay, so it does not belong to either of them. Then we come to twin primes. We have twin primes and we have co-prime. Okay, what are twin primes? Pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2 are called twin primes. So it's a pair. Twin means you can very well understand it is a pair of numbers. Pair of numbers. Now what kind of a pair? Prime numbers. Both are prime numbers. So both are prime plus their difference is 2. Their difference is 2. Like 3 and 5. 3 is also a prime number, 5 is also a prime number, and 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. So this is a twin prime. Again 5 and 7. 5 is also prime number, 7 is also a prime number, and 7 minus 5 is equals to 2. But if you have 7 and 9, see 7 and 9, uh, 7 is a prime number but 9 is not a prime number, but 9 minus 7 is equals to 2, but both are not prime numbers over here, so they are not co-prime. We will not say that they are twin primes. Again, if you have 5 and 11, okay, both are prime numbers but 11 minus 5 is equals to 6, so this is also not a pair of twin primes. So what is the criteria? Both should be prime and the difference should be 2. If only both conditions satisfy, then only we say that they are twin primes. So we will be doing sums on these. I'm just giving you the concepts about these numbers. Now what is co-prime? This was twin primes, both prime, difference 2. But here it's also a pair but not of necessary both prime numbers. Okay, natural numbers, any natural number, two natural numbers with you and their only common factor is 1. Two natural numbers whose uh, who two natural numbers who have only 1 as their common factor. Common factor means factor of both the numbers, like 3 and 8. Okay, like 3 and 8. What are the multiples of 3? 1 and 3. What are the multiples of 8? 1, 2, 4 and 8. Now see here, this is prime but this is composite, isn't it? This is prime and this is composite. This is composite. But they have only one common factor, which is 1. Only this one is there in both, so they are co-prime. Okay, again 5 and 6. Okay, another example can be 5 and 6. The factors of 5 are 1 and 5 only, and that of 6, 1, 2, 3 and 6 only. 1 is common. So this is the difference between twin prime and co-prime. Any doubts still here? Okay. Then we will do prime triplet and perfect numbers. Prime triplet and perfect numbers. Prime triplet is similar to twin primes, but this is a group of 3. Twin primes was a group of 2. So this is a triplet. Triplet means group of 3. So 3 prime numbers and their difference is 2. This is also 2. This is also 2. Like 3, 5 and 7. Consecutive prime numbers. All 3 are prime numbers, but the difference between 3 and 5 is 2. Again 5 and 7 is also 2. So this is a prime triplet. Okay. And perfect numbers. This is important. If the sum of all the factors of a number is equals to the number itself, that twice the number itself, then the number is called a perfect number. Like 6. What are the factors of 6? 1. See, 1 into 6 is 6. Then you have 2 into 3. Again you have 3 into 2. So it is repeating, so I will not do it. And so what are the factors? Factors of 6 equals to, we'll write in this way: 1, 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3 and 6. So now if we add all the factors, sum of factors is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 6, which is equals to 12. Now this is equals to what? 2 into 6. So this is the number that was given to us. This was the number which was given to us. So this is twice the number. The sum of factors is equals to twice the number. So 6 is a perfect number. Another example is 28. Another example of perfect number is 28. 28. What are the factors? 1 into 28 is 28. We will find the factors in this way. Okay. Okay. Next factor is 2. 2 into 14, right? Is 28. Then 3. 3 is not a factor. 4 is again a factor. 4 sevens are 28. Then 5 is not a factor. 6 is, you just divide and see. 6 is also not a factor. Again 7 fours are 28. Now see, this pair is repeating, isn't it? This the other way around, but they're repeating. So I will stop looking for new factors. So this is my last one. I will not repeat anymore. Now what are the factors? 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. 1, 2, 4, 7, 14 and 28. So if you add all of them, what will you get? 56, right? You can add in the rough column and see, which is equals to 2 into 28. So see, the number is back. The sum, this is the sum of factors. Sum of factors is equals to twice, 2 times that of the original number. So this is also a perfect number. So I will keep it till here today. So I have taught till um, I've taught pages 20, 62, 63, 64, and 65. So these pages are the important pages of this chapter. You must know these, otherwise it will be difficult for you to do the sums. So what are the pages taught today? 62 to 65. Okay. So I will end the live class now over here, and we will continue otherwise.